Coming up on the Hilton Head News, hundreds took part in the Low Country Heart Walk on Saturday. Also ahead, Monday is one for the 45th annual RBC Heritage. The Hilton Head News is next. Welcome to the Hilton Head News. I'm Jessa Jeremiah, filling in for Miss Ally McNair. Hundreds of walkers gathered at Caligny Plaza on Saturday to do a little Zumba before taking part in the annual American Heart Association's Low Country Heart Walk. The 5K fundraiser featured teams from local companies as well as community groups. Money raised from the event will support research, public health programs, and community education to fight heart disease and stroke. Well, it's official. The 45th annual RBC Heritage Tournament is underway. Opening took place on Monday on the 18th green at the Harbortown Golf Links. And in keeping with tradition, last year's winner, Carl Peterson, aimed his golf shot at the Caligogie Sound, and when he struck the ball, it was accompanied by cannon fire. Check it out. Here's a look at news from around the region. A Louisiana-based meat packing company has expanded its recall of meat products because of possible bacterial contamination. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, the Manda Packing Company recalled including 468,000 pounds of roast beef, ham, turkey, other various meats. Those products were shipped to retailers in multiple states, one of which includes South Carolina. Despite making up more than 51% of the state's population, women hold few seats on college boards and other policymaking bodies here in South Carolina. That's despite the fact that the state law calls on officials to try and make sure that composition of boards is representative of all citizens. According to statistics compiled by the state newspaper, 121 board seats were selected by legislature. Of those, only 24 of them are women. That's less than 20%. Jenny Sanford says she is not endorsing anyone, including her ex-husband, in next month's special congressional election. In an email to Congressional Quarterly, she is quoted as saying, "I don't have any thoughts on the race that I'm currently interested in sharing with the public, and I have no plans to endorse." Her ex-husband, Mark Sanford, faces Elizabeth Colbert Bush, sister of Stephen Colbert, in a special election on May 7th to fill in at the 1st Congressional District seat. Analysts said that Jerry Sanford was a wild card in the hotly contested race. Several media outlets had reported that Jenny and Colbert Bush had met about endorsement possibilities. An annual state inspection of a South Carolina detention center where 4 have died in recent months has found numerous problems with staffing levels, furnishings, as well as operations there. The Times and the Democrat of Orangeburg reports that the inspection of the Orangeburg detention did not mention the 2 deaths, 2 of which occurred after the state evaluators were County Administrator Harold Young says the county is working to correct some problems that were noted in the report. Other problems, such as making physical repairs that are more costly. The state inspection took place on January 7th. 2 of the deaths were caused by suicide by hanging, and 1 is still under investigation. Officials say the 4th inmate died after falling out of his bed. They are still looking into it. The 70th birthday of the aircraft carrier USS Yorktown was celebrated on Sunday at the Patriots Point Naval and Maritime Museum, where it is birthed. The cockpits of 7 of the aircraft aboard the carrier were open for display. The event included living history programs with former Yorktown pilots and crew members aboard the carrier, which is moored on the Point Pleasant side of the Charleston Harbor. South Carolina's unemployment agency will lay off 100 employees in June as part of a statewide reorganization that directs anyone seeking jobless benefits to use its upgraded online system. That announcement from the interim director of the Department of Employment and Workforce Agency. On June 10th, the department will eliminate one-on-one help with unemployment claims, and the number of local offices offering job training and other reemployment services will hopefully shrink. Exactly how many of those 56 offices remain open in past June will depend on decisions made by the state's 12 workforce investment boards.
The Westin Hilton Head Island Resort and Spa is celebrating its grand renewal. Relax and unwind at the totally renovated resort featuring new pools, lush gardens and courtyards, guest rooms, ballroom, main lobby conservatory, and more. Enjoy family fun on the beach, improve your game with unparalleled golf, indulge your senses with newly inspired low-country cuisine in our refreshed restaurants including Oceanfront View 32 and Barony Bar, and rejuvenate at the Heavenly Spa. Stay for a night, a weekend, or more at the Westin Hilton Head Island Resort and Spa. Be well, be Westin.
Welcome back to the Hilton Head News. Now for a look at the behind-the-scenes news headlines, BJ Frazer joins me from the Hilton Head Sun. Welcome, BJ.
Hi, Jessa.
So great to have you, and I want to know first of all about any good news on the job creation front. Talk to us about that.
Sure. Well, this, as of the end of February, during the month, the leisure and hospitality industry in South Carolina had picked up about 11,000 jobs over last year, and that's great news because that outlet any other category in the state. It shows that the economy is continually to improve, and of course for Hilton Head, that portends for a really, hopefully, robust tourism season. There are some 212,000 leisure and hospitality workers in the state now, and again, hopefully it leads to a wonderful season for us.
Absolutely. And now talk to us about the Harbor Town Yacht Basin dredging. How is this project progressing? Well,
not very well. As you know, there's been an ongoing permitting process to allow for the dredging of the Harbor Town Yacht Basin. And you know, normally 100 boats go in there, and right now it's at an average high tide depth of between 4.5 and 5 feet. So it really is inhibiting the size of boats that can go in. And because of some environmental concerns and so forth, the permitting from DHAC and the Army Corps of Engineers has been held up. The problem is if they don't get the permits lined up by November, because they have to do it between November and April, the off-season, it could take another year. So let's hope they can get this straightened out, get the harbor cleaned out, we'll get some big boats in there again.
Absolutely. Sounds like they've come across some challenges. Now, another new huge building project coming to Hilton Head. Tell us what's going on in Sea Pines.
Well, they're going to totally demolish the Hilton Head Beach Club, which at Sea Pines, which you know is now aging. They're going to knock it down beginning this fall, and they're going to put up a 25,000 square foot brand new facility that's going to have indoor and outdoor restaurants, conference areas, new changing room showers, corporate meeting rooms, and of course it's going to have be able to operate year-round now. Right now it's only open 10 months out of the year. It's going to be year-round operation. It's going to begin this fall and hopefully be ready for next spring.
Absolutely. Well, some very exciting projects going on around town, so thank you so much for bringing that to our attention, BJ Frazer from the Hilton Head Sun.
Thanks, Jessa.
Charlie Clark, Vice President of Communications for the Hilton Head Island Bluffton Chamber of Commerce, joins me on the Hilton Head News. Hi, Charlie.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, Charlie, the RBC Heritage presented by Boeing tournament is here, always a social event. And I hear the Chamber has some new exciting ways to get involved at this year's tournament. Talk to us about that.
We do. For the first time ever, we're going to be doing a social media lounge on the new 17th Green area. Now, you know, tournaments per se are usually a place where pretty restrictive on cell phone usage, and the social media lounge is a place where we want you to come to the lounge and tweet. We want you to post on Facebook, Pinterest. We want you to really let it go and have a great time and tell your friends you're at the Heritage and that you're on Hilton Head Island. We'll have about 10 iPads available as well for people to utilize to kind of check their social media out. And we'll have some photo opportunities, some great prize giveaways to give you if you do post and communicate. We just really think it's a great way to get the word out in social media, which is so important these days when it comes to destination marketing about Hilton Head Island and the tournament.
Absolutely. What a neat idea. And where can viewers find the social media lounge?
It's going to be on the new 17th Green area. As many people will be surprised when they get to the tournament this year, things have been rearranged a little bit. The CBS network tents have been moved over to the tennis courts, and so that whole area has really opened up, and some new and exciting things happening down there, including the social media lounge for the Chamber.
And how do you feel that instant access like this transforms the heritage experience for those that are going?
You know, it's interesting because social media has brought us all into a world of instant access. You know, especially travel and tourism and golf tournaments, they really lend themselves well to this kind of communication. So when you're out there, you're having a great time, maybe you're in the social media lounge sitting in our plaid golf cart and you want to tweet and post that on your Facebook page for all your friends to see, you can do that this year. It does have an influence. You know, Facebook actually influences travel. It said that 47% of people have changed their travel plans based on maybe something friends or family said on Facebook. So it's the ultimate word of mouth these days, and word of mouth means more travelers.
It sure does. Now, can you tell us about Hilton Head Island's TV spot that's going to air for the first time during the tournament, and what does this mean in terms of bringing people here long term?
We have been so pleased with the initial response to the destination's new television commercial. Very special. It's going to be very special to Islanders. I think it's not only something that's going to move the needle in terms of traffic to the website and awareness for the destination, but it's something Island residents are really going to be proud of. It utilizes Charles Frazer's voice as the voiceover, and we all know Charles Frazer was one of the founders of the island, so it's one of the last interviews ever done with him, and it's a very special commercial, really showing scenes and different things about the destination, about the island that just are going to make you proud to see. I think everyone's going to really love it, and I think it's going to be great for the destination in terms of awareness.
Charlie Clark, great information. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks.
I'm here at the top of the Harbortown Lighthouse with Nadia Wagner. She's the lighthouse keeper. Nadia, this is a Hilton Head icon, but many people don't realize it's so much more.
It is, Debbie. The view is so thrilling. Many people don't realize you can climb to the top. We've had many marriage proposals, even weddings. You can shop at the top for gifts you won't find anywhere else and wave to friends and family on our live webcam. It's the high point of the Low Country.
You do not want to miss this view. What's the admission cost, Nadia?
It's only $3.75 per person, and kids 5 and under are free.
Make this a must-see while you're here on Hilton Head. Thanks, Nadia.
Thank you. See you soon.
There's an organization in Beaufort County that is dedicated to educating entrepreneurs and helping small business start, grow, and succeed. That nonprofit organization is SCORE, and joining me now to tell us more about SCORE is RJ Tourneau, counselor with SCORE. RJ, thanks for joining us today.
Nice to be here with you.
And so nice to have you. Now, first, I would like to know, why exactly did you become a SCORE counselor, and what did you do and gain by being one?
Well, I had a very successful career for 41 years in pharmaceutical sales and marketing, and I wanted to continue to stay in the business world. And I had friends who had joined SCORE and told me that it was a good organization to consider. We're volunteers to the Small Business Administration, and our role is to provide free, confidential counseling to people who want to start a business, or if they're already in business and having some problems, that we mentor them at no charge. So we provide a learning experience for entrepreneurs, and we also get the job done.
Absolutely. And how does a client contact SCORE if they would like your services and to get some help?
It's very easy to contact SCORE. Just call the telephone number of 785-7107. You can also call the Chamber of Commerce, because here on Hilton Head Island we are sponsored by the Hilton Head Island Bluffton Chamber of Commerce.
And what about fees associated with this counseling? What's the charge?
We have no fee associated with counseling. It is provided free, and it is provided in a confidential setting.
All right, well, that is absolutely wonderful, and what a great way for business owners to get some wonderful counseling, and we greatly appreciate you joining us. RJ Tourneau, thank you so much.
Nice to be with you.
Joining us now is Devine, a middle school English teacher and coordinator of culminating service projects at Hilton Head Prep School. Welcome, Ian.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And a pleasure to have you. Now, first tell us why Hilton Head Prep has placed so much emphasis on community service recently?
It all starts with the school's core values. At Prep, we focus on academics, of course, but the way we access that is through individualized, personalized attention, through attention to the community in which the individual student is situated, and of course on service to that community. We need to be aware of the things that make schools unique in this context. And the things that make Prep unique are the academic rigor, of course, the attention to character education, and then that individualized attention that I mentioned. And service learning is a way to access all of those things directly.
Absolutely. And tell us about the service expectations. Now, I know it's 8th graders. Talk to us about their expectations at Hilton Head Prep.
We ask each of our 8th graders to complete a 30-hour community service project of their own design. They need to identify a project and propose it and then plan it, complete it, of course, and then reflect upon their experience. And beyond that, they really have complete discretion to go wherever it is their interests and their passions take them.
This is such an interesting program. Talk to us about what some successful projects look like.
Well, let me tell you about one of the projects that our students did last year. We had 2 students last year who decided they really liked working with horses, and so they volunteered with Wish Upon a Horse, which is an equine therapy program run out of Lawton Stables in Sea Pines. And these 2 students happened to know enough about horses that they were able to help assess the suitability of horses for participation in the program. And so they did that. They saw how the horses performed under different aversive situations, and they were able to derive personal meaning from this because, well, one of the students has a learning disability himself, and so he was able to connect with the clients who are served through this program. And that's what we look for. We look for an authentic interest, and then completion of the program, and then introspection about it after the fact.
Well, that is such an interesting program and such a great learning experience for these students as well. So, Ian Devine with Hilton Head Prep, thank you so much for your input and what you're doing over there. We greatly appreciate you joining us today.
All right, well, thank you.
I'm here at the top of the Harbortown Lighthouse with Nadia Wagner. She's the lighthouse keeper. Nadia, this is a Hilton Head icon, but many people don't realize it's so much more.
It is, Debbie. The view is so thrilling. Many people don't realize you can climb to the top. We've had many marriage proposals, even weddings. You can shop at the top for gifts you won't find anywhere else and wave to friends and family on our live webcam. It's the high point of the Low Country.
You do not want to miss this view. What's the admission cost, Nadia?
It's only $3.75 per person, and kids 5 and under are free.
Make this a must-see while you're here on Hilton Head. Thanks, Nadia.
Thank you. See you soon.
Nancy Watts has a look at where to go on Hilton Head Island this week. Hi, Nancy.
Hey there, it's good to be here.
It's wonderful to have you. Now, the RBC Heritage is this week. Now, you wanted to mention an organization you're involved with, Sunset Rotary. So talk to us about this and a little bit about the Heritage.
Well, the Sunset Rotary Club has manned the 19th hole for several years now, and it's a good thing because you don't even have to have a ticket to get to the 19th hole. You can't really sort of sneak in the back way, but you can stop at the 19th hole, have a beer, have a Coke, have a popcorn, Coca-Cola, whatever you want to do, and stay and talk to them. Usually there is some sort of entertainment there, and you're right there on the water, and on top of that, anything that you spend there, the money will go toward one of the clubs that we try to support here on the island.
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to that. And now, viewers who are watching that have small children or possibly grandchildren here for the tournament, I know you have a good suggestion for them, so tell us about this.
You know, you're going to bring your babies. You can't leave your babies at home. And probably they don't want to go to the tournament. And the sandbox is the perfect place for grandparents to take those babies and spend some quality time with them. It's over on Pope Avenue, and it's a wonderful opportunity for the babies to have a good time, for grandmamas and granddaddies to have a good time, and for parents to enjoy the Heritage while they're here.
And if folks want to take in some art during a break from the RBC Heritage, tell us about your suggestion there.
You know, we are just so blessed with wonderful artists on the island. There's Endangered Arts, there's Nash Gallery. You'll find art at Picture This. I'm trying to just think off the top of my head, but there's so many galleries that are just beautiful, and you surely don't want to miss a chance to see some of those marvelous paintings.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Nancy, and we're going to stop by the 19th hole and check out what's going on with the Sunset Rotary at the Heritage this week. So thanks so much for your information.
It's going to be a good week at the Heritage, and come on out and enjoy it. It's really a worldwide opportunity. We saw the Masters last week. This will be just as good.
All right, well, we look forward to it. Thanks so much. And now joining us with the Daufuskie Report is Mary Amonitti. Welcome.
Good morning. It's a great day here in South Carolina.
It sure is. Now, Mary, first I want you to talk to us about the Daufuskie Community Park. Tell us what the projected date is to begin this construction.
Well, we had a follow-up with the South Carolina Parks, Recreation, and Tourism, and the construction contract should be awarded on April the 15th, and soon after that, the construction should start. And also attended a meeting on April the 8th with the Beaufort County Council, and they were reminded that they were remiss in not putting in the restroom facilities on the plans, so we have asked them to apply for an 80-20 grant to get money to help subsidize that and put in restrooms so that people can enjoy the park.
Absolutely, and that will be such a lovely park to enjoy.
Oh,
now,
yes.
Let's talk about the Marsh Tacky races that are on Daufuskie. What updates can you share with us? I know it's the 5th annual, so talk to us about this.
Well, it's the 5th annual Marsh Tacky Beach Race, and it's going to be held on April the 27th. It's sponsored by the Carolina Marsh Tacky Association and Melrose on the Beach. It will be from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. with the races starting at 2 p.m. And if anyone wants further information, they can go to their website, and that is long now, but I hope you can put it streaming on the bottom. It's www.marshtackybeachracedaufuskie.com.
All right, and lots of events going on. How will Belk's annual Spring Sale charity event benefit participating nonprofits as well as benefit Daufuskie? So much great stuff going on. Tell us about this.
Okay, the Benya Foundation has been a recipient of the Belk Charity Sale. The Belk Charity Sale benefits local charities in the area where the Belk is located. Believe it or not, Hilton Head Island bleeds all the Belk stores and people coming in and shopping. You get a $5 ticket, and when you go into the store for that sale, which is on April the 27th between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m., and you have to have a ticket to get in. The first 100 people will get a Belk gift card, so that could be up to $1,000. So we're encouraging folks to contact the different recipients like the Benya Foundation and get those $5 tickets that they can use and enjoy that once-a-year sale that will benefit the charities here in the Low Country.
Absolutely. Some wonderful things to benefit charities and wonderful events for people to go out and enjoy. So, Mary Amonitti with the Daufuskie Report, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this edition of the Hilton Head News. I'm Jessa Jeremiah, filling in this week for Miss Ally McNair. We'll see you next time.